Deathbringers, Corruptors, and the Horus, which is the really big, giant, huge ones.
Gonna be a long way up. Frozen metal most of the way. Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek.
And now we have a very long
find a way
climb.
to hang on up here. Guess I can too.
And of course, there's a couple different ways forward. There we go.
This began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
A little more shimmying, a little more climbing. There we go. Yo, can you please climb on the thing? Thank you.
It's heavy. World's going white.
Up you go. Let's kind of, you know, go along. Do the things. That's another way where we were, if I remember correctly. Like, there's a couple different paths that all kind of lead up here. Up we go.
That'll keep my stomach quiet.
No, it really won't. That was not food, Aloy. It was metal shards. Elevator down. Empty room. Gotta go. Got an exam tomorrow. All right, Zoe. Have a good one.
A way up. All it takes is a few good handholds. All right. Made it. Wonder what we'll find.
I know exactly what we're gonna find. And the answer is a power cell.
finding these
You-
power cells. What do they do?
I think that is 3 now. 3 of 5. Door there.
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy Alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I
I
do.
believe there are 5 total, Blaster.
A file has been recovered.
Although, if I recall, 2 of them need you gotta get fairly, like the last 3, including this one, you need to get fairly far into the story to go get. Technically, you don't have to go super far into the story to do this one, but like the story brings you here anyway, so why wouldn't you? All right, time for some exposition. October
Elizabeth,
2064.
good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
All right, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone. Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean.
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
So that is, we've learned what happened to
Faro robots
the world.
threatened all life on Earth. But somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I am speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
But we've learned some things.
Her solution is so terrible. What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Thero robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Sylens. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
I like him. I see your point.
All right, Sylens. You've made your point. I came to these ruins hoping to learn more about this Elizabeth Sobek. And I have, but I still don't understand my connection to her. Or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me. Or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Zadragos! Thank you so much for the Twitch
Which is
Prime
why it's time to
subscription.
expand your frame.
Appreciate the
inquiry.
support.
Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Pharaoh robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
There we go.
Not
I have
so
questions.
fast, Sylens. You've got some explaining to do.
Tanith, I created a
I've told you
command
quite enough.
about points just for you.
If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
Who's
So
Hades?
far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders.
No, Zadragos, this is actually my
It's Hades who
third time,
wants
I
me
believe.
dead.
First time playing
Who
on
is
very
he?
hard,
I don't know.
but I have
The
played it
Eclipse
in beat it
described
before.
him as a buried shadow. some
And it
kind
is
of
indeed
devil.
a
That
fantastic.
thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades. It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the eclipse to resurrect feral robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Now, if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head.
All right,
And
have fun,
you'll be
Tam.
blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
You said you've known for some time that Faro war machines destroyed the civilization of the old ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of?
Who are you, Sylens? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the Eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent.
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice, that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Tell me about
Is there
Sobek.
any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. Wasting time.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asuram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
Possibly
You find it in the
cloning.
Eastern Mountains, buried under the
maybe.
tangled coils of a metal devil, or a
You will see.
R7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved.
All right. There we go. And now we have a skill point that we can spend on disarm traps so that next we can get Tinker.
Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up here, at least. U.S. Robot Command next. To learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
Away we go. Lots of little
Good
zip
meat.
lines. And shortcuts and things. I didn't miss anything over here, did I? No. There we go. Now we go to the Grave Horde, which is all the way over here. We've already been over there, though, so shouldn't actually take long. We can basically just fast travel, which is good. Looks like we got lots of stuff. I think we actually got all the data points and things. At least I hope. Like we didn't miss any. All right. So we're gonna poof to right about here. I see now why you like uncovering the map first. Exactly. I was wondering where she carries. I mean, you gotta wonder where she carries a lot of stuff, but still good. So we've learned some things. Now we go to the Grave Horde. We're basically just going to kind of blast through some of these story bits so that we can get the power armor, or the good armor. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Kind of my plan. I am, however, out of coffee. So, guys, I'm going to take a very, very short break, like 2 minutes, just to get a new cup of coffee, and then I will be right back. So, don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Let's do that. Get that off the screen. There we go. Coffee is refilled, and we are good to go. Beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, did I ever get that spear upgrade? I did not. We do get a spear upgrade from other things, though.
Snow haze.
Which we shall see fairly soon.
That thought got dark.
We'll save the other spear upgrade for later. I kind of want to save the frozen wild stuff for later. Other than just that bow. So we gotta go this way. I guess we're supposed to actually go, like, down. Oh! Down right here. Aha! Look at that. So, the Grave Horde.
They're outside, too.
And there are some enemies.
Say again, Lieutenant.
I got some.
How's the bow been treating? Pretty good.
Still on approach. And he's pissed.
We've got no mobility in here. It'll punch right through us.
We hold the hedge at all costs. Then
Frozen walls.
Get ready.
That does it. Time to take a look around the room.
Jerks. Anyway, before we were so rudely interrupted, we got data logs and stuff to play.
Are you getting this, Sylens? Sylens? Operation Enduring Victory. What did that mean? Whatever it was, doesn't seem to have turned out very well.
Not great.
Titan inbound, same play as Akron. Base defense locks it down. We engage, sever the limbs, blast out the founders.
Another day in the life. Rockets are really close. Anti-MOB on point. Hoorah!
So basically,
That away.
they were anti-machine soldiers, is what we've learned. That's basically what all these logs show, is kind of what happened here before everything went horribly
Looks
wrong.
like quite an enduring victory we put our foot in today.
Contact in 30 seconds.
Hey, think that's enough time for Sobek to finish Zero Dawn?
If this is really it, I gotta say, it's been an honor to serve beside these tanks.
Here it comes.
Brace for contact! Brace for contact!
Sylens, you getting this?
What is it?
All these soldiers.
Oh, Hugima.
They died here.
People die all the time. I'll keep going and find something interesting.
They sound happy. I mean, they have a sense of humor. They have, like, military personnel tend to have a fairly dark sense of humor because that's kind of, you kind of have to sometimes to sort of, I don't want to say to cope, but like, you're put in fairly miserable situations sometimes, and sometimes all you can do is just sort of make light of it. So that's exactly what that was. That's making light of a bad situation. Because it's either that or just like be depressed. You can complain or you can make a joke out of it. Alright, I think we got all the stuff here. Looks like we gotta get behind the tanks. Yeah, gotta go this way. And zip line. Down we go. Also, there's most definitely some stuff down here. Do a little bit of swimming and exploring.
Yeah, this is useful.
Get some goodies. Not a lot of goodies, but, you know, some goodies. But not a lot. Lowers Creates, thank you so much for the Twitch subscription. 3 months, 2 months in a row. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, so now we got to get back up. We can do that right here. Up we go. Laugh or cry, and crying isn't gonna help anything. Exactly. Exactly.
Must have been where the soldiers slept. Like the lodge in Mother's Heart, I guess.
Log. First battle of the eastern seaboard wall. Had a long run up to it. This was before Kalmar, and projections were a lot worse for the east. For 3 weeks, we kept getting scrambled out to some coastal burg to train Minutemen. It was always raining on account of Europe already being torched. Block after block of prefab barracks. They were still printing barracks right up until the hour the main force hit. The Minutemen? We ran combat drills with them in the streets where they'd lived, trying to pretend they might live to die somewhere else if they paid attention. Nothing worse than the ones who actually bought into it. Hopeful, pestering us with questions about Zero Dawn like we know something they don't. I swear, the more we do this, the more like the bots we are. Except they learn from every fight. And us? I'm not so sure. Log. Third Battle of California Marine. The swarm came in from the Pacific, and I don't know if it was the local Minutemen or the crazy 15th, but they'd set the garbage patch alight. Man, the sea was on fire. That stuff was... The first wave of bots came in covered in burning sludge. It bought us an hour or two of slaughtering them on the beaches before the swarm recalculated. We pulled them inland, back through the Kalmar sprawl. Dropped buildings on them, EMP'd the grid. Standard operating procedure. The last time I was in California, I was 5, 6? The light was like that vintage social net filter that was everywhere in the 40s.
All right. So we're getting
What was this place?
little snapshots of what actually happened in the past.
Recalls, I've been instructed to remind you of Article 115 of base policy regarding unauthorized use of processor cycles. Specifically 115C. Any holographic simulation not directly related to operational training or efficiency.
Hey, Rika.
Consider yourself reminded and enjoy your gaming.
First 10K race yesterday, huh? I bet you're feeling a little sore today. Well, maybe, maybe not. Presumably you trained for the race first. So maybe you're fine.
I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long and tougher every time. The swarm's getting better at predicting us. Less of us now. And we have to put in 10 times the work for everyone gone. Like a family business on hard times, only... This isn't my family. It's not with you. I still try to see you. The life we had. In the eyes of the people out there. I remember when they were glad to see us. When they still had hope. It all seems to be slipping away.
Good to hear it.
I don't even recognize the places we're defending. The only thing I know I'm still fighting for is... you. The Zero Dawn to turn this around. Whatever the hell that is.
That would kill me. I cannot comprehend trying to cross distance at that speed.
Thanks for the
I think
mails,
back
you.
when I used to run...
Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls. I don't know. 20
Let's
drops.
see.
In and out of the West Coast, fighting with these civilian enlistees. Scrappy guys and gals. Their training is basically, here's a DEW. When you see a bot, hit it. But somehow it's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse at Lithium Beach. Pulled out before its buddies arrived, but to see a big one go down, I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're gonna have a shot at turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs, then everything will be the way it used to be.
There we go. That's what? That's like 17-minute miles, give or take? That's about where I used to be when I would run distance stuff. 15. I ran. I mean, it depends on how long it was. Like I was back in high school. I was a distance runner in track. I used to run 3,200 meter
How'd they ever get
and
comfortable?
1,600 meter.
It was
And
the
for that,
middle
for like
world.
1,600 meter, I'd run
used to it.
roughly like 5-minute miles. 3,200, I'd be like a little bit over that. And military, I used to run, depending on distance, you know, we'd do like a 4-mile run and I'd be done in like 45 minutes. But then like a 10K is like 6.25 miles or something like that. So for that, it'd be a little bit longer. About 17.5 minutes per mile. Yeah, all just depends on like what pace you want to set for yourself, and also like how long the race is, because like I don't know if I could do it now, but in my heyday I knew I was capable of running a 5-minute mile. But if you run a 5-minute mile and then you still have 9 more miles to go, then you're yeah, not good. Then you're in a bad spot. So like you have to pace yourself properly. Used to do 12 minutes in high school before I broke bones. Yeah, that'll slow you down for sure. Anything over here? No. Also, I know there's a power cell in the grave board. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. I think it's later.
Just one bed.
But
maybe their war chief's room.
I used to be fast. Probably aren't anymore. But I wasn't like an Olympic runner or anything like that, but I was fairly quick. I used to run circles around other military personnel who were not runners. I used to be super quick compared with most of those guys, but by track standards, I was like average. I wasn't super fast, but I was never last either. You can go about 20 miles in a day with a heavy pack. Definitely endurance, not fast at all. Yeah. You know what? Like, my least favorite thing in all of my years of military was ruck marches. I hated them so much. It's like my least favorite thing to do. And when I was stationed with the 101st, they're so gung-ho because it's the air assault. It's the air assault division. You know, everyone there. They want everyone there to be air assault qualified. And part of air assault school is a 12-mile ruck march. So they are so gung-ho about rucking, like once a week. Be like, we're doing ruck marches. I did so many ruck marches at Campbell, I'd never want to do one ever again. I'm just like, let's just not do this anymore. I hated them. I really did. Just long and boring and dull. Like, ugh. Give me a nice 4 or 5 mile run over a ruck march any day. All right, so we got a door here we got to examine. This looks like power cell room. If I had to venture a guess.
Oh, that's informative.
So, we can see the order
I haven't
here.
seen one of these since I was a little kid. Must be some
Actually,
kind of
isn't
code.
this the one?
Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area.
Well, no, let's do this. Let's No, not you. This one. Right here. There we go. Turn that one once. Turn this one once.
3 power lines, resources. That makes 1.
Okay, so that's all good. And then we gotta shimmy our way down. Which I guess... Oh, here we go. We can climb down right here. Drop to ledge. Alright, there we go. Code Nexus doesn't have any of the things, but it does still show where they gotta go. No red lines, but still good. Any podcast recommendations for running? Not really. I prefer running to music rather than podcasts.
Hey, y'all wanted to know how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectations.
What did it say? North in spring, east in... You know what?
Hey, y'all
Let's listen
wanted
to it
to know
again.
how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectations.
There we go. So what did that actually open? Presumably something up above. I guess we'll get this from the other way. Got ready for it because of heart issues. Yeah, that would do it. Okay. So, did we get a thing for that? Did that... Oh, that opened this door right here. I see. So this door was shut, and now it's open. Got it.
Tools being used. Voices. No clips. Must be another way in.
Power cell.
Like the ones I found before. I'm gonna have to figure this out.
Basically, the IT guy made the code 1234. Hey, Sylens. Hey, Mlep. Going well?
It's them, all right. They're not looking for answers, just weapons.
So... we have to be a little sneaky here. Because we don't want to go just fighting all these dudes. Like, that's a good way to get killed. We want to be a little sneakier than that. Want to be taking guys out all quiet like. Ninja mode. Activate. The problem is actually managing to do that without getting spotted. I mean, we could just YOLO it, too. But that's a real bad idea. There we go. We're just gonna kind of sneak our way through this whole little area as best we can. Take out as many of them as we can, nice and quiet-like. And then worry about the rest. Can you please climb up? You? Do that. There's a dude over there.
To the old ones, but
Okay, so much for Silent Strike, I guess.
Don't give up yet!
Okay, there goes that guy. Need a potion?
Myth!
Excuse me, that went through his legs. Ow. Oh my goodness. Hit the dude.
The shadow will reach you wherever you go.
Okay, he's down. That's gonna explode. Potion. Deathbringer dude right there needs to go. Or the dude with that particular weapon. Ow! Didn't see me. Okay. Potion again. Okay, take some cover. Pop a potion.
Stay in shadow.
Shadow guide.
And we're dead. Yeah, that didn't go well.
And so it ends.
So I guess we'll have to take that one dude out with an arrow. The one by the side of the, looks like leaning up against the thing. Oh well. Not a big deal.
It's them, all right. They're not looking for answers.
Unfortunately, that means we gotta mark everybody again, but... Yo, mark that dude. There we go. I think that's everybody. Certainly appears to be. That's a head. He did. Okay, so that guy's gone. That's the real annoyance. The rest of these guys, we can take out a little at a time. We can take our time and pick them off a couple at a time. Not necessarily one by one, but like we're not gonna be able to probably stealth kill everybody, but we can stealth kill the vast majority before we get noticed. Then there's this dude who was leaning up over there, but then he saw a body. I'm gonna wait for him to turn around. There we go.
Don't mind me.
Wait, who went down?
Okay.
Someone slaughtered one of them.
Now they're all like, yo, what's going on? They're all taking cover and stuff.
Come out wherever you are.
Okay. There goes those guys. That's them. And the rest of them don't care about me anymore. Okay. Whew. We made it work. So now, where is the dude who's got... Is it that one? Is that one. This dude needs to go right here. Come on up, dude. Peekaboo. Okay. So this dude has a Deathbringer gun. Ow. Okay, that didn't work. That did not work. I was like, hey, if we can just get to the Deathbringer gun, we can just rip everyone else apart. But no, we gotta lure him to someone. How can we... We gotta figure out a way to lure him over. It did bring death. Yeah, death to me, unfortunately.
It's them, all right. They're not looking for answers, just weapons.
Yeah, there goes that one.
One of us don't.
There goes that one. Okay. Who else? Okay, they definitely know I'm here. Well, YOLO. We'll see if they come up. They might. That one definitely is. Oh no. Are they forgetting all about me? I think they're gonna forget about me. This dude's gonna pop around the corner and get wrecked. Okay. Make some more arrows. Alright. It appears they have forgotten all about me. Which is exactly what I want. They're still on high alert, though, which is not good.
Gonna need this.
How we doing? I think we're actually okay for the moment. We gotta take out a couple more dudes. You are not a heavy. There's also the scrapper. Yeah, I think we're actually gonna be okay.
You'll do.
Got someone down over here. Doesn't look good.
Alright, they're gonna go off that way. That's fine. Don't really have a good angle at that one. You know what we could try? Is the blast sling. See if this thing does, you know, anything good. Says it does 80 damage. But that's not that much more than these arrows, so one bomb is not going to take these dudes out.
Incoming.
Okay, that dude's down. And he was one of the two heavies. And I think... Oh, they see me.
Follow up.
Okay, that thing's gone. Peekaboo.
A gift from the shop.
Hit him. There we go. All right, we did it. That actually went really well this time. Whew. Taking off, Roadrunner. All right, have a good one. Health potions. Yeah. All right, cool. I think we've cleared them out. Success. All right, now loots. Are there any loots? There's some loots over here. Don't think there are any loots over here. Might be a little bit in here, perhaps? Yeah, some medicinal stuff. The more of that we get, the better. Here we go. Take that. And I think we're good. Peek down here just in case, but I don't think there's anything down here. Yeah. This is just if you fall, you land in here. Have I played the expansions? I have played the expansion Into the Frozen Wilds. Yes. If there's another expansion, I'm not aware of it. Haven't played it in this playthrough, if that's what you're wondering. This is my third playthrough of this game. We haven't gone through the DLC stuff much. We did just enough DLC stuff to get this bow, which basically just consisted of going up to the Frozen Wilds area and just running around and getting enough blue gleam to get the bow, and that's it. We tried to avoid any of the spoiler, you know, the story stuff. Because right now, if we were to play through it, it really wouldn't make sense to people who haven't played this game before.
Ames, I know I mail you too much. I'm just proud of what you're doing. Everyone back home is. We got moved inland 10 kilometers, just as a precaution, they say. School's still in session, so I get to keep my eye on Andres and Reggie. We never know where or when you're fighting, but when the VTOLs go over, all the kids run out and wave. I believe in you. I know nothing's ever gonna be the same, but I believe in you. I believe in us. Ames, I don't even know if you're alive anymore.
Yeah, I got the
mails
collector's
I get
edition
from
too,
you,
I think.
They say they're from
Maybe I
you,
did.
but they don't sound.
I know I didn't get
They
Horizon
sound
Zero Dawn right when it
recycled.
first came out because I didn't have a
Phrases put
PS4
together,
yet.
And you don't say anything about the news I pass on. The containment zone, the rebreathers, the rioting, One Earth. What happened in the Dallas bubble, Ames, that wasn't the robots. They won't even give me a straight answer when I demand to know if you're still alive. They just say if your messages keep coming, then
No, I didn't
you're
get all the
still operational.
statues and
It's not fair, Ames.
trinkets.
It's not fair that you won't be with me when the lights go out. I love you.
Never really cared about that kind of stuff, to be honest. I've been like, it's a statue. It's going to take up space on my shelf, whatever. I never cared about those kind of collectibles at all. I'm just interested in content.